Washington and Stanford, look over your shoulder. Cal might be coming, if not in 2018, then possibly in future years. Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, running down our previews and predictions for all the Power 5, which will culminate with our playoff predictions. We are in the Pac-12. We've knocked out Oregon State to get our series started. We now stop in Cal Berkeley with the Golden Bears of Justin Wilcox, one of the bright young coaches in college football. The Golden Bears got off to a nice start in 2017. They won their first 3 games, and 2 of those wins were pretty solid efforts against North Carolina and Ole Miss. Then they got hit with injuries. They don't have much depth. It's not an extremely talented roster or defense, and they finished up missing postseason play. All right, coming back here in 2018, Ross Bowers at quarterback. Most likely can hang on to the job, but he's getting competition. He threw 18 touchdowns and 12 interceptions in 2017. 3 other quarterbacks are in play to a certain extent during fall camp. Senior Chase Forrest. You've got Brandon McElwain. We remember him from his days at South Carolina as a transfer, and redshirt freshman Chase Garbers. Chase Garbers, remember the name for the future, Cal fans, Pac-12 fans, college football fans. Number 12, pro-style quarterback in 2017. All right, this is a pass-heavy offense, and it will be again in 2018 as they bring back a ton of pass catchers. They will go 7 to 8 deep in the rotation at wide receiver. They're that good, and they like to pass it that much. If you need to know 2 names, though, it's Vic Wharton, 67 catches, 5 touchdowns last year, and Kanaiwe Noah. He had 56 receptions and 4 touchdowns. Running back, they're good with the number 1 guy. He is Patrick Laird, of course, 1,127 yards and 8 touchdowns with 45 catches out of the backfield. So he catches the ball. If you're in the Cal offense, you've got to catch it or you don't play. Patrick Laird needs to stay healthy. They, of course, need some semblance of a running game, and there's little depth behind him. Maybe the best news on offense are the guys that don't normally get talked about, especially in a pass-happy offense, and that's the offensive linemen. All 5 starters back. The first 2 guys off the bench are back. There's 7 top players, offensive linemen, all back in 2018. All right, the defense probably better than you would think at Cal. They improved in the defensive metrics by 26 spots. And again, we're using the Bill Connolly Advanced Metrics S&P Plus. 26-spot improvement in 2017, basically because they prevented big plays on defense. The linebacking core is really good. It's the strength of the defensive unit. Alex Funchess had 9.5 tackles for loss. He's the guy to look out for there. The defensive line extremely thin, not good against the run. That's where the weakness on the team lies. The defensive backs, maybe not great, but they all played as freshmen, so they've got experience. They're going to play a bunch of freshmen and through seniors now at various spots, but they're guys that have experience. We're talking about Cameron Brown. We've got Elijah Hicks, Jalen Hawkins, Ashton Davis. All these guys have between 30 and 60 tackles. Brown picked off 2 passes as well. All right. It's a similar schedule. They've got North Carolina this time in Cal Berkeley. They also take on BYU on the road and Idaho State. Those are the 3 non-conference games before they dive into Pac-12 play. I believe this Cal team is going to go 3-0 against those opponents to start out Pac-12 play. Then they dive into the conference, and they're going to beat Oregon State and Colorado. Then I think they're going to steal a win against most likely somebody else, being UCLA or Washington State would be the most likely candidates. 3 wins in conference, a 3-0 stretch outside of conference, gets Cal to postseason play. The Golden Bears, 6-6, 3-6 in the Pac-12, but Justin Wilcox has something going at Cal. In 2019, they might be an outside pick to possibly push for the North Division. Need to hear from you, so we want your predictions as well. Leave them in the comments section right here on Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.